Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
Well, good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. A pretty comfortable start for us. I think we're going to see those temperatures like yesterday get up into the lower, maybe even the middle 80s. Not too warm, but just warm enough where you notice it. I don't think it's going to be overly humid outside, and I think overnight tonight that's going to allow the temperatures to fall back into the 50s again. So something very similar, I think, these next 24 hours to what we had the previous 24. We look out to the west, and there are some clouds and showers sort of passing around our part of the southeast. And unfortunately, I think that's the way it's going to play out, as that energy that was over Texas yesterday is moving off towards the Ohio Valley. I see 55 in Thomasville, 56 for Tallahassee and for Valdosta. Not breezy outside. Those dew point numbers back in the low 50s. So the air temperatures might be able to dip a little bit more before they start to perk up a little after 8 o'clock this morning. And like yesterday, I think those numbers will rise fairly quickly and fairly far. It's 63 in Perry this morning, 62 in Cross City, some of the warmer spots. Blakely is our coolest at 52. In Camilla, we're at 53. And we see some 55s like in Bainbridge and in Quincy to go with that 55 in Thomasville and in Tallahassee. Not breezy. If there is a breeze today, it'll be from more of the north and northeast. So far, so good. I don't see a lot of patchy fog around here. The air drying out a little bit, making it harder and harder for us to deal with any fog. Here's that energy off to our west that's moving up through parts of Tennessee towards the Ohio Valley. We'll look over the Florida Peninsula today to see if maybe a couple of sprinkles from over there can spill back our way too, maybe getting someplace as close as the I-75 corridor, but I think our chances are unlikely. Higher pressure is going to be our big weather player for a couple more days, and until it scoots away, opening the door for the next boundary to get here, our forecast is going to remain pretty much the same, and that's really nice, especially for early November. Just if we're looking for some rain, and I know so many of us are, I don't see very much opportunity in the forecast. Now, Tropical Storm Lisa's there, getting closer and closer to Belize. Winds are at 70 miles per hour. As it works its way over parts of the land, it looks like it wants to just kind of sort of meander a little bit over the Bay of Campeche. We'll watch, we'll see how or if this thing moves from there and what kind of form is left of it. But for the time being, here's what it looks like, and it certainly still looks pretty healthy, and it could get a little stronger before it gets to land. Only needs to get a teeny bit stronger before we start calling that Hurricane Lisa. Now this is Martin, the other tropical storm that I guess has enough tropical characteristics to maintain that status. Winds around the core are up to 65 miles per hour. Now it's going to transition to an extratropical system, one that doesn't really have all those tropical characteristics, but is still organized and still a pretty good rain and wind producer. The winds right now at 65 miles per hour. It too could get to hurricane strength before it eventually fizzles out over those open waters of the northern Atlantic. So two systems, one near some land in Central America, one not near anything. Neither one going to impact our forecast whatsoever. We've got a mixture of clouds and clear out there on the Gulf today. The breeze is fairly light out of the north and northeast, 5 to 15. Sunrise 7:53. Remember, this is the weekend coming up. We turn the clocks back and get that extra hour of sleep. So next week when we talk, the sunrise times will be 6:53. How about 50s and 60s this morning, turning into lower and maybe even a few middle 80s. A little on the warm side, but comfortable out there. Tonight, more mid to upper 50s, more clear skies, and more of the same. I think all the way through the remainder of the work week. We'll see if over the weekend we can perk up a few more clouds, and we'll start looking for some opportunities for showers. But I don't see very many, even in the 70s.